Hello, I'm going to talk to you today about a model that I find really useful when explaining the graduated approach and how to support learners in a subtle way in order to help them to gain independence. You might hear us talk about things like scaffolding, you might hear the graduated approach, but I'm going to talk today about the spiral of support. And I find this a really useful model to help to explain what actually goes on in the classroom when we're helping young people to become more independent. I can't claim to have made this up, I don't know who did, I've pinched it from a colleague at work. So, this is the model that works for me. You have a child, other toys are available, and they sit in the centre of this spiral here. And this spiral represents the different levels of support that a child can access in a classroom. So the first level here, that's quite wide around them, we might call quality first teaching, which is an ugly phrase, I know, but represents really good quality teaching that's happening in the class, that all children are getting the same sort of thing. Some children, though, we know, really struggle with the same sorts of things as everybody else, so we might put in something else for them to help them to access the learning. Now, if I was to be really traditional about it, this might be something like a differentiated worksheet, or it might be something like an adapted pencil, or a special chair, or a literacy pack with phonics on to help them to spell some key words. Could be a number line that's taped to the desk, could be anything. Sometimes children need quite a lot of support, and we can see as we lift the spiral that the support gets tighter and tighter around that child. Now, unfortunately, what can happen is when support is really tight around a child, they can't get out, and they can start to learn and start to think about themselves that they aren't the sort of person that can do things on their own. So what we need to look for are the moments when we can loosen off this spiral of support for them. It might be something just as simple as putting their own books in their book bag. It might be something as simple as putting on their own shoes or getting dressed unassisted or with as little assistance as possible, perhaps putting out items that they're going to put on in the right order for them. We can see that during the day, and I think this is especially useful if you are a one-to-one TA and you're working very closely with a child, that there are opportunities when you can step back. You're still there, that spiral of support is still there, but it doesn't need to be so tight around the child. Because we need to look for those opportunities where we can be showing children, not just telling them, but we can be showing them that there are things that they can do on their own, and that they will one day grow up to be an independent person. I find this a really useful image in training. I hope you'll find it useful too.